of people say that, are you talking about the crypto person? A lot of people say that he wasn't guilty of anything. He served 4 months in jail, and they say that he was not guilty of anything, that what he did, well, you don't know much about crypto. You know nothing about nothing, you fake news. But let me just tell you that he was somebody that, as I was told, I don't know him. I don't believe I've ever met him. But I've been told by a lot of support. He had a lot of support. And they said that what he did is not even a crime. It wasn't a crime, that he was persecuted by the Biden administration. And so I gave him a pardon at the request of a lot of very good people.
On September 12th, Jamie Dimon says Bitcoin is a fraud. He says he'll fire any one of his traders buying Bitcoin. Bitcoin drops 24%. When Jamie Dimon speaks, people listen. So that weekend, we found out that the largest buyer of a Bitcoin fund that's in Europe that buys physical Bitcoin, right? The largest buyer was Morgan Stanley and JPMorgan.
5 years from now, that every instrument that is traded frequently will be traded on-chain.
My dream since the inception of Proppy as a former real estate developer is that the new generation will be able to get into home ownership easily when they switch from one job to another, from one city to another. So in 5 years, I can see that any Bitcoin holder can borrow against their Bitcoin savings and get an instant loan, and then they get into home ownership with a couple of clicks anywhere in the world with ease, secure, no wire fraud, no title fraud, and property ownership to be on chain, not only in America, but globally, unlocking this unrecorded opportunity all over the world. And it's a foundation for capitalism and democracy. I think property ownership on blockchain can truly solve a lot of issues for housing affordability in America and for financing opportunities in the rest of the world. We understand the appetite for the new generation to both invest in crypto, and the second preference for them is actually buying real estate. Thus, we need to address this housing affordability issue and make home buying experience user-friendly for new generation. So it's easy. It's not 30 days of nightmare anxiety, what will happen every day, whether inspections will be done or whether title is clean. We see the world one day where in advance, when you step into an open house, you already know what are the inspection problems, if the title is clean. And you know that within a couple of clicks, you'll be able to get a deserved mortgage approval and just buy a home with a couple of clicks on crypto rails.
Going to a different economy, and we're going to be learning more about that as we go. But clearly, we're learning that things can be done from remote locations. We're learning that technology can replace people even more than we thought.
We're not going back to the same economy. We're recovering, but to a different economy, and it'll be one that is more leveraged to technology. And I worry that that is going to make it even more difficult than it was for many workers.
In Silicon Valley, and my friends who work in technology know that what we did to the manufacturing workers, we are now going to do to the retail workers, the call center workers, the fast food workers, the truck drivers, and then even bookkeepers, accountants, insurance agents, lawyers, and on through the economy. So what happened to the manufacturing workers is a very clear sign.
And so we'll import Chinese-based CBDC technology. So it's going to be CBDC in a box provided to you by the People's Bank of China.
But every stock, every bond, every currency, every commodity, every piece of art, every private business, every piece of real estate will eventually be a token on a blockchain, an entry on a ledger, permanent and immutable. We will have truth instead of trust, and we will save over $7 trillion a year. 6 to 8% of global GDP is wasted by the friction of the trust industry that's necessary when you have dual entry accounting. With triple entry accounting, which is what a blockchain is, we get rid of all of that friction. It's a beautiful future.
Like what you see in China and their social credit scoring systems, right? If we get identity wrong, it could be a tool to enslave humanity. And if we get it right, it could be a tool to liberate humanity. And as an American, I'm obviously rooting for the the one that's on the side of freedom.
Bitcoin is an international asset. And also, I do believe the role of crypto is it's digitizing gold.
I actually believe this technology is going to be very important. Look at it. We have been part of a huge revolution in investing through ETFs. We believe that ETFs will be changing the whole way we invest. Many people still use it as a means, well, people are investing it for indexing. No, the majority of people who are putting money in in ETFs are active investors that are buying exposure. The entire bond market is being transformed as we talk right now. I believe the next generation for markets, the next generation for securities will be tokenization of securities. And if we can have that distributed ledger that we know every beneficial owner, every beneficial seller, we all have our code of who's buying, who's selling, instantaneous settlement. And think about it, it changes the whole ecosystem.
Chinese bank ICBC has been hit by a ransomware attack, and the U.S. Treasury market, as a result of that, has been disrupted. This, according to the Financial Times. We're getting it more right now with Bloomberg's Shonali Bassick. Shonali, what do we know?
Listen, we have the Financial Times now reporting that ICBC, one of China's largest banks here, was hit with a ransomware attack. And remember, they're a very significant intermediary in the Treasury market. The SIFMA has told its members that this has been part of the reason here that the system is kind of clogged up, if you will, during that auction that we saw a little bit before. The attack had prevented ICBC, according to the Financial Times, from settling Treasury trades on behalf of other market participants. A large executive at a major bank also telling the paper that such a large party on the fixed income clearing corp creates major concerns, potentially impacting the liquidity of Treasury markets.
Now, it was not just a poor auction. It was absolutely lousy, and when the dealers have to step in to save a treasury auction, that's a rare occurrence. And
welcome to the Crypto Teacher. And guys, please like and subscribe if you do like what you're listening to. Please inform your friends and family and spread it all over social media. It is imperative that we get back to learning finances and understand how the world really works, because once we understand how the world really works, we understand that it is all planned out. Now, I want to thank those who purchased the NWO book and the Crypto Teacher book. The NWO book shows you how the world really works, and especially in the times that we're in right now, it's definitely time for you to wake up out of that sleep. And in 2025, the NWO is going to turn on that alarm clock. It's up to you whether you wake up or not, whether you're going to hit that snooze button. Remember, my people perish from the lack of knowledge because they reject it. And guys, we're going to see stablecoin regulation, which is the foundation of this new digital economy, and it sets up down the road 2028, 2029 for that free money. And I told you that we would get a first quarter pullback, and that's what happened. And then also I told you that tariffs would get stepped up, and that's what happened. Layoffs would pick up. That's what happened. So the Crypto Teacher gives you a warning like Noah and Gilgamesh, whichever one you want to call it. But we will get some type of reset this year. Most likely stable coins are the catalyst. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. But we have trillions of dollars sitting on the sideline in money market accounts. And then plus, we know the Fed is going to cut rates. Not a lot this year, but they're definitely going to cut rates. So I see us getting a correction and then moving back up. And then we have the two powerhouses, China and the U.S., will step up these tariffs on each other. And of course, guys, that's going to hit certain parts of the market. But then we also have the hacks. We have the Birdman. We have the drums are beaten. And more movies to come, as we can see. And inflation is going to stay sticky, and layoffs are going to step up while they move in all this automation. And remember, the Crypto Teacher told you. And also, guys, I want to thank those who purchased the 3 Kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, much love to those who donate to the Cash App, Patreon. Much love. Keep it coming. Guys, if you're not a part of the Patreon, make sure you're donating to the channel through the actual Cash App. But guys, this next Bitcoin and crypto bull run is going to be a utility run. So you want to make sure you have the cryptos that have real utility. And much love to those who are shopping at both stores. Keep it coming. And of course, guys, we get into Bitcoin and cryptos first.
Don't forget to like and subscribe to the channel.
And right now we have Bitcoin and crypto flat. We have options today. All this week we've been trading in the same range. So we're not getting a big pullback. And don't forget we have futures contracts ending next Friday on Halloween. And we have open interest for Bitcoin. Options are hitting highs. So that means Friday we will get a decent pullback. But then also we have the Fed in the building. So next week, if the Fed cuts, of course that's going to give us a little relief and allow us to maintain. If the Fed doesn't cut, that means we're going to get a decent pullback in stocks and cryptos. And I'll touch on that later on in the video. And we have Trump pardon CZ. Yes, guys, you heard that correct. But you know the interesting part of this pardon is the fact that CZ is not even American. You cannot make this stuff up. But CZ is definitely a part of the plan. And how do we know that? Because the actor Kevin O'Leary is the one who called him out first. And we saw the dominoes fall. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now make sure you're paying attention to the actual indicators. We have yield rates pulling back. And we also got inflation data that came in. We have the dollar right now down. We have volume in crypto down. We have Tether and USDC. And then, of course, guys, we have the Fed. Repo at $6.9 billion yesterday. Make sure you pull it on a daily basis during the week. And we also know the Treasury is in the back manipulating that long end. And don't forget, no one, and I mean absolutely no one, wants this long-term paper. And we know the Fed wants to keep rates high for longer to destroy this legacy market so Trump can build this fourth industrial revolution, where the robots, algorithms, and drones take the economy over, pay each other with crypto, and the sheep go inside the metaverse. And we have the Fed in the building on Wednesday. And the fact is we still have the government closed. If the government stays closed, going into that meeting, it's going to definitely be a surprise if they still cut rates. Now, we know the Fed anyway gets all the data, but they definitely can use that as an excuse for not having clarity because they don't have the government data. So definitely going to sit back, get our popcorn, and let it play out. Now, again, if the Fed cuts, then we know that the market is going to be able to maintain and have a decent fourth quarter. But of course, if they pause, we're going to get a big pullback in stocks, and then also Bitcoin will fall below that 100,000. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, this Fed rate cut is very important because they can use this and pause and use it as an excuse. Because remember, guys, they have to refinance all this debt, and 25 basis points is not going to be a big difference anyway in the economy when you're talking about refinancing close to $5 trillion. I think they did $4 trillion in the first quarter of this year. And then also we have to keep an eye on Japan's central bank to see if they're going to be cutting this year. So it's a lot of geopolitical events we got to keep an eye on. So therefore we know where the market goes. But definitely if the Fed cuts that 25 basis points, that will allow this market, again, just to maintain. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now, we have the Bitcoin Ethereum spot ETFs, BlackRock, Fidelity, and Grayscale. Bitcoin Ethereum spot ETFs are up as I'm doing this video. Now, we had spot Bitcoin ETFs had inflows, Ethereum ETFs had outflows yesterday. Now, getting over into a little crypto news. We have blockchain.com secures MiCA license from Malta's MFSA, allowing it to provide custody and wallet services across 30 European countries. And again, because Europe has laid down the foundation for regulation, Europe is going to move fast forward when it comes to this digital economy, and then also move towards the east instead of the west. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Custodia Bank and Vantage Bank launch a blockchain platform allowing traditional banks to tokenize deposits and work with stablecoins. And of course, we're going to see more of this, the traditional banking system move over to these digital assets, but there's still going to be a whole lot more small and medium-sized banks closed and a whole lot more consolidation in this banking space as we see Basel III go into effect due to capital requirements. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. Now we have Aave Labs announces acquisition of Get Stable, strengthening its push to make on-chain finance mainstream. And guys, we know DeFi is definitely the new banking. And the only thing they're doing is building an ecosystem easy for these institutions to just come, plug in, and play. We know how important interoperability is, but then also they want to make this technology as seamless as possible. And that's what Chainlink has already done. And remember, the crypto teacher told you. And then lastly, we have JPMorgan to allow Bitcoin and Ethereum as collateral in crypto push. And we know JPMorgan has been in crypto from the beginning, and blockchain from the beginning, and AI from the beginning. These banks are going to play the Hegelian dialectic until the end. In 2026, it is now to start flipping the switch for this fourth industrial revolution, and we know the banks lead the way. And remember, the crypto teacher told you, because he knows when it comes to the NWO, it's all planned out. But that's all I have for you. Don't forget about the books. Crypto Teacher and the New World Order book, plus the 3 kids books. It's time to re-educate. Also, new to cryptos, Coinbase, Bitrue, Binance. Do not forget book links and crypto links are in the description. The stock channel, guys. Don't forget to go like, subscribe, spread everywhere. You have your Kobo, your chip stocks, your banking, your gaming. While everybody's sitting at home, get on stocks, the Seaver, the biotech stocks. And while everybody's at home wishing they were still getting that free money, what are they doing? Drinking and smoking weed. Don't forget about those stocks, and you have a wonderful day. The most powerful person in the world is the storyteller. The storyteller sets the vision, values, and agenda of an entire generation to come. Steve Jobs. And guys, you know I truly believe in this. When you look at the New World Order, they're the storytellers. And that's the reason why I wrote my New World Order book. But guys, now it's time to change the current generation. And I wrote 3 kids books. You know I love the Trinity because I understand the power that's in it. So I have 3 books. We have an opportunity to change the generation, to educate. Not just me, but I want to show you that I take action on a daily basis. And I want you to take action on a daily basis. Whether it's your job, whether it's in your community, we have an opportunity right now to educate the masses. I posted this on my Twitter account. Please share, but this is a short clip of the 3 books. There's going to be a clothing line and action figures. Please get these books for your kids, nephews, cousins, friends, so therefore we can start the re-education now. Because as we see, the 4th Industrial Revolution foundation is definitely here. Robots, algorithms, drones, taking humanity out the picture. We have to re-educate. But let's get into the video.
Part 1. King Joshua and Drama Team Save the Village. Part 2. King Joshua and Drama Team Save New York from COVID-33. Part 3. King Joshua and Drama Team goes to China.
It's mandatory to get part 1, part 2, and part 3 of this series. It's time to re-educate Generation Z.